Hello and welcome to Fahoody Adventures. Today we are making a very different video. In fact, me and Thomas, we get a lot of questions about moving to Spain. So we thought we'll just make one simple talking video about different tips about moving to Spain. So just a little bit of disclaimer, we're not talking about visas and residency. That's a whole different topic. Maybe a lawyer can help you, or maybe we could do a detailed video on that later. This video is particularly about the tips that you need, or certain little tips that you need when you're moving to Spain, or you've just arrived in Spain, you've got your visa through the embassy, or you're just about to get your visa when you've landed in Spain. What are the first steps that you need to take when you're here? So point number one, let's start with that. So the first thing you land in a country, what do you need? Any guesses? Well, if you're coming to a country, you probably need a local SIM. So I'll give you my experience how it happened. When I first landed, I landed at Madrid airport. Right outside Madrid airport, there is a shop for, I'm not going to say what company. That was my second time, and I did ask them that their plans were a bit more expensive. So the guy working there told me to purchase SIM outside from the city, and you might probably will be able to get a cheaper SIM or a cheaper data plan. So I opted for a company called MásMóvil. I pay about 10 euros a month. I've just chosen prepaid plan because I've always ever been on prepaid plans. I get like about 400 within European Union talking minutes, plus unlimited minutes within Spain, plus about 50 gig data, which is quite a lot. And I moved from Dubai, and before that I was in New Zealand. Both places the internet is really expensive, so it was a really good relief to have that. So there are a number of companies that you can choose and pick from. If you can afford it, maybe buy a SIM not at the airport but outside the airport. You can do a bit of research comparison on ChatGPT and then choose the plan that you like. First thing first, you've gotten your mobile, now you're in the city. What are you going to do next? Well, actually you should have pre-arranged it, but you're not going to be able to live in a hotel all your life. So here's tip number 2 regarding accommodation, and it's the most important one, and probably if you're not from the area, it's probably the most foreign concept to you. So when you come to Spain, you can look for apartments through Idealista, or Idealista as they call it here. Fotocasa is another popular website. Initially, what my suggestion is to take an Airbnb for a month or 15 days. You get good deals if you take longer deals, weekly discount or monthly discount. Once you've had that, look for a place. Now, when you're looking for a place in Spain, make sure it's very, very important to have a contract for over 6 months. So that's what I learned. Now, what you need to do is you need to sign up for a contract. Now, that leads me to number point 3. And number 3 point is Padrón. So Padrón is very important. I was told that you needed that when I first came to Spain, and I had no idea what that was because this particular concept is completely foreign to me. I have no idea what is a Padrón and how it works. So basically, Padrón is a registration of your locality, so where you're going to live. When you have a rental contract more than 6 months, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on that, it's not a legal advice. For where I was in Oviedo, I needed a contract for more than 6 months to be able to register for myself at the local ayuntamiento office or a local district office. You have to go there with your over 6 months contract and a copy of your passport. So it's not necessary that you have a NIE, which is a foreign identification document. You can just go with your passport, a copy of your passport, to just get a Padrón. Padrón just literally is a paper which registers you in that house, in that apartment, in that locality, and it comes in very handy. Recently, I had a really bad incident. I had never updated my residence at my bank because my phone got stolen, but then I ended up going there and they wouldn't update the address unless I had a bill or a Padrón. So luckily for me, I had a Padrón, so they used the Padrón to register me, so it comes in handy in all sorts of places. Also, it's very important for your medical needs. If you want to register for a doctor, you need to have a Padrón because you get allocated a doctor if you're paying Social Security. Private insurance might work differently, I have no idea, but if you're paying Social Security you're gonna have to go to your local doctor, and your local doctor is determined when you have that document called Padrón. So it's very important, once you've sorted out your contract and it's over 6 months, go to your local ayuntamiento, which is a local town hall, and the local town hall will just do it within 1 minute or 5 minutes. Some places they need appointments, some places don't need appointments. In the city where I am, you don't really need an appointment. You can just turn up with a contract and they'll process it for you. So if you've reached this part, you probably are enjoying our video, and if you are, please make sure to like, subscribe, and make sure to watch our other videos. We will be really happy, and it really helps us support and grow the channel. Now the fourth most important thing is the bank. So basically you have some savings, you want to put them somewhere, so a bank comes in very handy. I particularly chose Santander because it's quite international. They have branches in the UK, they have branches here all over Spain, they have branches all around, they even have branches in South America. So you could choose any bank you like. They have BBVA, Caja Rural, quite a few different banks that you can choose from. Or you can choose an online bank, which is N26, and there are different banks, again, depending on your need. So for the bank, they all have different requirements. For my bank, they needed just a copy of my passport, because when I first entered, I entered as a non-resident. So they just needed a copy of my passport, and they opened the bank account, but they opened a non-resident bank account. At a later stage, it's possible that you might become a resident, which happened to me, that you're processing your residency. You have to go back, give them your NIE and your Padrón for them to update you as a resident. So that's very important. Which takes me to my next point, which is NIE. What is NIE? So let's find out. So what is a NIE? N-I-E. It's a número de identificación de extranjero. I hope I got it right. I didn't Google it. So NIE is just a number. As such, it's just a mixed alphanumeric number that gets assigned to you, and it gets assigned to you for life. So I'll give you my example. So when I first came, I went to the local police station. You have to take an appointment to go to a local police station, usually, be it in Madrid, be it in Oviedo, be it in Barcelona, and you have to ask for a NIE number. Now this NIE number is really handy in a lot of things. So like when I mentioned to you that you can go to a local bank, you can actually even show them your NIE. If you're buying a house and you're not a resident yet, you can still use your NIE because it's with you for life. Okay, so what really confused me in the process, I had a NIE on a paper with a number on it, my name and details, and stand by the police, but that was not a NIE that allows you to work. So a NIE is just a number. A TIE or TIE, which is again a card which has your NIE printed on it, is the authorization to work. So my advice would be to take an appointment and apply for a NIE even before the process of residency. It will come in really handy in going to the bank or certain other things, or if you're thinking of purchasing a property, stuff like that, it comes in really handy. And the next thing that I'm getting to, my next point, is appointments. So my last point today, if you're just recently moved to Spain, appointments. Why appointments? Or citas as they call them. Probably the most complicated thing to do in Spain. It's very hard to get appointments. So appointments everywhere, every government related activity, you need an appointment. If you want to go to Extranjeria, the Office of Extranjeria, which is immigration, which is where you're going to go as a foreigner quite a lot, you'll need an appointment. If you need to exchange your license, you have a license from, let's say, America, UK, Canada, you will need an appointment with DGT, which is the body that governs the traffic rules in Spain. So for everything, you'll need an appointment. But how do you get an appointment? Well, it's a mystery. Basically, in Spain, a lot of departments, they have their own rules in releasing appointments. Extranjeria, usually they release their appointments here in Oviedo, 10 o'clock in the mornings or 11 o'clock on a Monday. If you're quick enough, you're going to be able to grab the next week's appointment. But if you're not quick enough, you're going to lose them, and then best of luck for next Monday. So the rule here is, keep looking for appointments. Keep searching online, keep going. That's the word that you need to use is citas, C-I-T-A-S, and Google it, citas extranjeria. It will take you to a page, and that's when also your NIE number can come in handy, because you've already taken a paper NIE, or if you have a physical NIE now by residency, which is even much better. Now, on this point that I said that I'm going to explain a little bit of a side point, which is a digital certificate. You can also, for example, when you're making an appointment, you can have your digital certificate installed and it will automatically pull out your details. You can do a lot of government things with your digital certificate. You go to a local registrar, you can go to a local town hall and they'll certify you your digital certificate. You just need to make an online application for a digital certificate. After making an online application, you need to show them your passport or your physical card or whatever you have as a form of identification. They'll link it, they'll give you a file. It will be sent to you via email. Either need to download it on your computer, or if it's an app, they also have an app. Download the app, is called Certificado Digital. So the app you can use to do a lot of government things and validate yourself as a person. In New Zealand, we had a similar thing called Real Me. So these are my points that you can use when you newly come to Spain. If you have any questions, pop them down underneath in the comments. We'll be more than happy to help. If you want to explore different areas of Spain, you want to know what different regions look like, we've been to a whole lot of places. We've been to Canary Islands, we've been to north of Spain, we've been to Madrid, we've been to Barcelona, Andalusia, Castilla y León. You'll see also in videos, so make sure to watch them all and make sure to subscribe and like, and if you have any questions, pop them down.